Hi friends, many of you know that I've been feeling a little but it's okay because this is a judgment-free zone. Anyways, let's get to the video.
Fell from the sky. Our 8 News Now investigators learning more about what prompted a family to call 911, saying there were aliens in their backyard.
Time on the 19th when I went out there, and this story has been consistent on what they told me. The angel is getting slammed all over social media, okay? But as far as what they told me, and the angel is getting hammered, like I said, on social media, but people have to remember, 3 people saw this. Angel, his brother, I think, is a year younger than him, and his father. His family, they could have thrown me off the property. They're a very nice family. And, you know, to the point is this, okay? You have 3 people that said they saw a strange creature, and they described it.
What's up, turds, nerds, freaks, and geeks, and all that's in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dame. Welcome back to my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. I haven't made a video like this in a minute, so I thought it might be a really good idea. Plus, I still have been feeling woo. So this is a nice little something. First from Fizz.org, Viking disease hand disorder may come from Neanderthal genes. And this is extra curious because you guys know that recently we've been talking a lot about DNA, RNA, the CRISPR, and how they have the abilities essentially to cut and crisp your genes, meaning they can basically do away with certain things, right? Which is curious because if they've been able to do this, why haven't they done it for a long time? Or maybe is this like problem, reaction, solution? Let us find out. But what is the Viking hand disease? It looks like this, which is quite curious. I wonder what else looks like this. Pardon me while I go look that up. A new paper in the Molecular Biology and Evolution shows that a condition as the Dupuytren's disease is partly of Neanderthal origin. It was most common in Northern Europeans and then those with African ancestry. This disease is a disorder affecting the hand. Those who suffer from the condition eventually see that their hands get bent in a permanently flexed position, like this. Very curious. So, scientists have previously identified several risk factors, which means this includes age, alcohol consumption, diabetes, and genetic predisposition. Why does this matter? Because this alone is linking something to Neanderthal DNA, saying that, listen, we are just as such. We are Neanderthals basically as well. We have the similar DNA, okay? But the thing is that many of us know in the existence of Earth's lifetime, and since human beings have been around, there's actually been a few different kinds of human beings. Listen to this. Balangoda man refers to hominins from Sri Lanka's late Quaternary period. The term initially coined to refer anatomically modern Homo sapiens. Wow. Then we have Homo sapiens sapiens as well as the hetero man. Hetero meaning standing upwards. And if human origins and this evolution idea is to be true, it would seem as though the human brain evolved and got larger over time. And I find it really curious because if we think there's been different species, right? If evolution is to be true, there is the Homo habilis, the Homo erectus, Homo sapiens and Neanderthals, and Homo sapiens sapiens, okay? Just curious, how is this possible? And to me personally, it sounds like someone is trying to perfect something. Someone is trying to make something in its image and its likeness, but not too close, but with certain benefits, or more muscle, or more brain. I don't know. It's just very curious to me. You guys know that I'm very open to the possibility of the fact that open to the possibility that humans could indeed be hybrid species. Just another theory. Listen to this. There is evidence of hybridization between modern humans and other species of genus Homo. In 2010, the Neanderthal Genome Project, are people living from all people living today, apart from most sub-Saharan Africans, is of Neanderthal heritage. So it's very curious about this. Is it truly engineering? Have humans been engineered this whole time? And of course, now we're living in the day of biotechnology, bioengineering. We have the ability to do this, okay? So since humans and apes share 99% of DNA, okay, so here's the thing. People are, I bring this up a lot, okay? We have such things as the Rh negative, O negative factors, and we don't see that very often in nature. In fact, it's like hardly at all. But we do see it when we see a cross or a hybridization between two similar like species, right? It's just curious. And if you've been paying attention to more of the CRISPR news and gene editing, like we discussed, it's making improvements in cancer immune therapy. Very curious. Another headline of this would be why CRISPR babies are still too risky. Yeah, we've gone over that as well. So, how human gene editing is moving on after the CRISPR baby scandal, because we know that there's a man that was out that already did something that people knew would happen, but they didn't want to happen, but it happened. And they keep talking about basically gene editing for the masses, which is important. It is key. Why? Because we see celebs and famous people and big names like Mr. Beast trying to help people, curing like subtle blindness, things like this. That's gene editing. That's a part of all of this. And who would think a man named after the beast would do something so kind? Okay. So another part that's really important to acknowledge, or at least be aware of on the sidelines of this whole conversation, is the fact of video games and VR and augmented reality, and also just virtual reality in general, where that's going and how that can actually tie into things like altering our DNA and things like that, okay? One of the biggest reasons why I was startled by the free Bam movement and all that's going on with Bam Margera is because he's being basically followed around by Lima, and Lima is creator of Aura, and Aura is what VR technology in a medical way, in a way that is meant to help people, but all it does is trigger those, and it goes on to the Amanda rap story, so on and so forth. Anyways, it's all connected, and she ends up being connected to the military-industrial complex, of course. Of course. So I would hope that if you have the eyes to see, you'll see this train that's very much chugging down the tracks. Another really important topic that I've been discussing lately is Elon Musk and NeuraLink. First, we discussed how there was so many issues in the start, and of course, everybody's working out their little problems, but some of these problems were not ones that could be ignored. It seems as though oftentimes Elon really does like to rush things to ensure that they get done, even if it's not always with the best intentions or with no consideration hardly at all. The thing is, though, is it seems as though NeuraLink has just recently been FDA approved. And what does that mean? That means that they are officially allowed to start testing on humans. And what does this go with? Biotechnology, augmented reality, virtual reality, and altering one's DNA, state of being, so on and so forth.